Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the reunion of the Dukes of Hazzard TV movie. A lot of you asked questions, so I'm going to answer them. Joining me today is Robert Clancy, the co-host of Mindset Reset Show. Now, first, when I got this, I had to audition for this part. In my career, I have never had to an audition. It was really the first audition I've ever been on. So I was really nervous. I had to get in there and read, and I was just like, oh, I saw these people there that I knew, and I was sitting next to this one guy, and we started talking, and he was a big guy, and he was reading for one part, and I said, okay, I'm reading for Bertha Joe, and then I went in and left, and then I didn't see him again. And then I got the call. I had the part. I was so excited. Wow, nailed my first audition. So right before I was going to go, I had a flu. I was going to shoot like in 3 days, and I had the worst flu ever. My temperature was 104 degrees. It was a weekend. My doctor's office was closed. So I called my acupuncturist, and he said, yes, come in, and I'll give you some medicine for that. And I said, okay. I said, well, I'm allergic to penicillin and any kind of drug that's affiliated with penicillin, highly allergic. He goes, oh, no, these are just herbs. So I take the pills. The next day I wake up, I had a rash all over my body except my face. It looked like I had measles everywhere, and I was still so sick. So I was like, oh my God, this is like such an honor and a blessing for me to be on a TV show, the famous Dukes of Hazzard, right? So I started feeling a little better, but I lost my voice. I had no voice at all. So I said, I can't do it. So I called and I said, I'm sick, I can't do it. And they're like, well, how do you feel now? I feel a little better, but I got this rash in my voice. And they said, come in anyway. So I said, okay. So now I'm going to Warner Brothers. This is where they shot the whole series, and it was so nice. Every day I got to drive up to the lot and say, Dukes of Hazzard, Cynthia Rothrock, and right in. And that's everything was shot there. I didn't have to go anywhere else. So that was like such a joy. Otherwise, when I was doing movies, we had to drive here, there, drive 2 hours there to this location. So every day it was there.
Yeah, so the whole town actually is fake then. So it's all on that lot?
Yes, the whole town is all there. The houses are there. Yeah, they never had to leave. And that's like, I think, an actor's dream, is just come into the same place all the time. So I go in to get wardrobe, and they have shorts for me to wear. And my legs are all red spotted, my arms, everything. And the makeup artist comes over to me and she goes, ooh, I'm not touching that. So she gave me makeup to put all over, which kind of camouflaged it. Now, the very first scene I did, I can't remember what the first scene was, but my voice is very hoarse. Yes, the Cynthia Rothrock voice was about 3 tones deeper than what you hear in the rest of the movie, but I guess that it didn't matter to them. So here I am, my first day on set. I can't speak, and I'm covered with a rash that everybody's looking at me like, ew, don't touch us, right? But it looked pretty good. They camouflaged it pretty well, the tricks of makeup and film.
Well, there's, you were brought in because there's a little bit of martial arts in that storyline, and how does that unfold?
Yeah, well, because the character, Bertha Joe Butler, she was a fighter. She was entering the tough man competition, and there's a cross out and it says tough woman. So she was really tough. And the funny thing is, when I got to set, I saw the guy that I was sitting next to, and he didn't get the part he read for, but he got the part of Bubba. Now, Bubba is like a 300-pound guy, and I'm his girlfriend in the movie. And it's funny. And I was like, oh my God, there you are. You got the part, because we kind of bonded a little bit talking. And now I find out that it's my boyfriend. And I remember the one scene, I'm standing there, and I was supposed to be Catherine Bach's best friend. So we're standing there in the ring, and I guess Bubba was fighting, and I'm going, oh, look at him, isn't he so handsome? And she's looking at someone else, probably like John Snyder or something, going, oh yeah. She goes, I love his like blonde hair, and I'm going, no, no, the other guy, the other guy. So it was funny. So Bubba was my boyfriend in the film.
And did you get to get in the General Lee on set? I'm sure you probably, knowing you worked your way into getting near that car.
Yes, I didn't see it running, but it was on set, and we did get to take pictures sitting inside it and sitting around it. And I know I have them somewhere, so I have to go through my archives. Hopefully, I could find the pictures of next to that iconic car.
Now you went back to the set there at some point. I think with a friend, you were kind of touring through the Warner Brothers lot or somewhere. You got back in there, and you were talking about Boss Hogg, but you were calling him Boss Skaggs. Boss Skaggs is the singer, and you finally figured out we're gonna drop that clip in here. We definitely have to put that in.
Okay, guys, guess where I am right now? I am on the old set of mine when I did the reunion of the Dukes of Hazzard. This is where we shot it. This is the pavilion that I was going to marry Bubba, and there's a church. And if you look over here, this was Boss Bank.
Boss Hogg's Bank.
Boss Hoss, yes, thank you, Brian. Boss Hoss Bank over there. And over to the side was Cooter's Garage, which was also the Full House.
So in other words, it's a Full House now, but it was Cooter's Garage.
Cooter's Garage. And on the other side, we'll see some houses where Boss Skaggs lived.
Boss Hogg's. Boss Skaggs is somebody
Boss
else.
Skaggs is
It's a singer. I think he's a singer.
Boss Hogs.
And this
I
was.
remember my movie so well. Well, what's funny is, I didn't really watch the Dukes of Hazzard. I just remembered Daisy Dukes with the little shorts on. That's all I remember about the whole series. So I wasn't really familiar with the characters or who they were. I just knew Tom Wolpat and John Snyder and Catherine Bach, and I didn't really know the other characters. I'm with my friend Brian Sykoff, and he works at Warner Brothers, and he goes, oh, let's take a tour. And he goes, oh, yeah, this is where Cooter lived, and this is where he lived. And I was going, so I was doing a video for my YouTube. I said, yeah, this is where Boss Skaggs lived. And I looked, and I went, oh, wait, that wasn't Boss Skaggs, right? And we just cracked up laughing.
No, that's a singer from the 70s.
The interesting thing is how this movie came about, because they did, the series was over, and then they were at the funeral of, I think it was Boss Hogg's, right? Boss Hogg.
Yeah, Boss
right?
Hogg, not Boss Skaggs. It's a different guy.
And they were saying, wouldn't it be great to do a reunion movie? And they said, yeah. And so that's how they put it together, and that's how they ended up doing the reunion movie.
Yeah, and with the martial arts that you did in there, I'm sure you did not hit the people as you do in Hong Kong style. Did you have to tone it way down for this particular job?
Oh, it was in the ring, so I think they had me with some fighters. So I got to fight pretty good on that. Yeah, so there was a lot of like bag work and stuff like that. I remember when I auditioned, they had me not only read the lines, but I had to kick the pads. And I think they had just someone standing there, and I knocked them off, off balance.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, I know that you do like to, you still wear those Daisy Dukes. I think we can drop a picture in here. I think you picked up that from this. So, guys, that's where that came from. So now her Daisy Dukes, she was actually in the Dukes of Hazzard. So now you know.
Well, actually, not really, but I remember I did do a cover of Karate Illustrated magazine where I have the really short shorts on, and I guess any kind of short shorts are called Daisy Dukes, right? She became famous for that. But I remember when I was doing the cover, I said I like this picture, and I'm doing a kung fu pose with shorts on and high and boots, and the editor said, oh, they won't let me put this on because it's not traditional. It's not like kung fu or karate. You don't have a uniform on. And I was like, yeah, but why do you have to have that on? I think I'm always like trying to change things and change people's ideas and perceptions. And then he fought, and then they ended up putting it on, and it ended up selling as like one of the best covers. So actually, it's one of my favorite covers today, Karate Illustrated. So we'll find a cover of it. And
yeah, well, I know we can drop the photo on here, and we'll try to find the cover and actually put that in the video with that. So what's it like working with the cast? You know, John Schneider and Tom Wopat, Catherine Bach. How are they on set?
Oh, they were really, really fun. I remember like Tom came up to me and he's like, "Hello there." And I was like, "Hello there." And John was very nice. He was filming behind the scenes the whole time we were doing it, and Catherine and I got along so well. Well, we shot together. She was in martial law. So she was the police captain in martial law. So we already knew each other. So it was kind of good, you know, working with her again. And then we became really good friends after that. I think Uncle Jesse was shooting, and he was very sick while he was shooting the movie, but he still wanted to do it. He would run off to do some chemo treatments because he had cancer, and he died like shortly after it was shot on Christmas Day. So I thought that was he was putting so much into it and so much love. And you know, I said to these people, I said, "Oh my God, this is such an amazing set to work with. Everybody's so wonderful." And they're like, "Yeah, now, but it wasn't like that all the time when we were shooting."
Yeah, they probably had a little bit more grueling schedule back then and putting it all together. But yeah, it was, you know, I have to check that out. I think they have some of those out there. I think you can get the box set or something on Amazon or what, you know, where they have these movies available. So I have to check that out.
A lot of people, when I say, "Oh yeah, I was in the reunion movie of the Dukes of Hazzard," they're like, "You were in the Dukes of Hazzard? That was like so old. You're not that old." I said, No, not the series, not the series, the reunion movie.
Yeah, I was just a little boy at that time, so when that came out.
Well, not that we were all little boys.
Right. Well, I hope you weren't. That'd be quite a transformation. It's always great to talk to you on these, and we'll have more of these backstories and those coming. And really appreciate your time to put this out for your fans.
Yeah, and another thing too. One of my friends was there, and I didn't even know. Rick Best. He was. I forget, he played the cop. I can't remember his name. But anyway, he's a comedian, and I met him prior at Second City when I used to do classes at Second City comedy show.
Well, James Best, and he's the Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane, right? Is that who you're talking? The character, yes, the sheriff. Yeah. James Best, the Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Yeah, very nice guy, very funny guy, and I was surprised because since I wasn't really that familiar with the Dukes of Hazzard, right? I didn't even know he was on there, and I was like, oh my God! It was like I know someone there. And the funny thing is, in the end, right? It was like very funny that I guess Catherine's character was supposed to marry John, and then they decided not to. So Bubba and I end up getting married. I say, well, why waste a perfectly good wedding?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. She's married off now, guys. She's with Bubba.
Yeah, Bubba and I.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, and we'll keep these coming.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Like you said, I will answer your questions. I'm going to come up with some more training videos because you guys want some stretching, so I'm going to be working on that and a couple of the other movies that you have asked to see. And if you get a chance, you can visit my webpage, CynthiaRothrock.com. We have training classes, one-on-one, autographed pictures, a biography that just came out that the Martial Art History Museum put out on me. It's actually covers quite a lot from when I started until today, so that's actually kind of fun. So if you get a chance, check it out. Thanks for subscribing, and tell all your friends about the channel. See you next time. Hi, this is Cynthia Rothrock. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. And if you like the videos, please put a like on it and refer it to your friends.